Hello, composers. As always, begin the week by going over the pieces your classmates created last week and filling out the feedback forms. We're going to continue our exploration of film scoring, and again, you do not have to use Ableton for this. You can use Logic Pro or Reaper. We went over most of the technical parts last week, so now we're going to look at how to set the mood. To do this, we're going to dig into one of the most famous clips in film history, the prelude to The Battle on the Ice from the 1938 film Alexander Nevsky, directed by Sergei Eisenstein and scored by Sergei Prokofiev. I've included a link to the video. Go ahead and pause this and watch it. I'll wait. When you're done, check back here for my thoughts and play-by-play. Pay attention to how Prokofiev begins. The sustained strings provide stasis and a sense of light through the use of a higher pitch register. But the brass is contrasting this with a martial feeling. It's kind of preconditioned into most people. Notice the major shot change that occurs at 36 seconds corresponds to a cue in the music as well. Flutes come in over the tense strings, and he continues to build this tension until another major shot change at 51 seconds, introducing a larger set of forces and Divisi string parts with ascending and descending patterns. Again, all of this is setting up tension and continues for a while as the director, Eisenstein, focuses on character shots, allowing the audience to focus on the major characters one last time before the climactic battle at the end of the film. At 1 minute and 27 seconds, we get a shot of the ice and the horn melody that presages the choral introduction at 2 minutes, appropriately at the moment that they switch to the Teutonic Knights, who in this case are the aggressors, a symbol of Soviet opposition to both Nazi Germany and the Catholic Church. Seriously, if you look at the bishop's mitre, he has a swastika on it that's visible in earlier scenes in the movies. As the Teutonic Knights were a religious military order of the Holy Roman Empire, this choice of choral music with its association to religion is a masterstroke in setting the tone. As the knights begin to cross the ice at 2 minutes and 20 seconds, the score abruptly changes, starting quietly but incessantly in the strings, with a low brass melody on top promising menace and impending violence through the use of the martial association with horns and brass. The musical language here becomes more dissonant than before, contributing to the sense of impending bloodshed. When the scene shifts at 2 minutes and 51 seconds, and we see the army advancing across the ice, the orchestral swells serve to reinforce this. At 3 minutes and 10 seconds, the shot of the advancing knights introduces new cues. Stabbing and descending strings, in contrast to the muted trumpets, a foreshadowing of violence to come as the army fills the bottom of the screen. The shot of Nevsky on the ledge at 3 minutes and 28 seconds returns to the brass timpani swells from before, with the percussion continuing the momentum as the cues gradually accelerate and the army advances across the ice, now at a run. The woodblocks evoke the horse's hooves, not quite as well as, say, two empty coconuts being banged together, but c'est la vie, beginning at 3 minutes and 41 seconds. This punctuates the forward drive of the advancing knights. The music speeds up and changes at 4 minutes and 16 seconds with the change in the camera angle, entering on a dissonant interval from previous cues, further heightening the tension with the return of the choir at 4 minutes and 27 seconds, helping contribute to the warlike film as shots of various villains are interspersed and Nevsky finally brings down the visor on his helmet, signaling that he is ready for action. This continues in a loop, climaxing at 5 minutes and 28 seconds with shots of the Russian peasant army milling about and preparing to engage the knights, who we then see are nearly across the ice, bearing down on the heroic villagers. One of Nevsky's commanders signals the peasants to brace their pikes at 6 minutes, followed by a change to a faster tempo as the knights prepare to overrun them, and then at 6 minutes and 15 seconds, the music ends and the film culminates in the epic 30-minute battle scene that has been the template for literally every subsequent epic battle in film history. If you haven't seen it, watch it. The constant pulsation, rhythmic drive, increasing use of dissonance, and the symbolism evoked by both the choir and the use of percussion all come together in this piece to build tension and contribute to a sense of impending violence that's released in the final climactic battle. This is an absolute masterclass in how to use strings as a driving force, brass to contribute to a militaristic sense of propulsion, and Divisi scoring to continue loops while adding contrast that heightens the audience's reaction to the visuals. That's why this is still studied today, both for the music of Prokofiev and the cinematography of director Eisenstein.